much for inviting me and having me and for the opportunity to spend the morning with you. The same happened yesterday. It's interesting. So probably I have something inside. Maybe it's my artificial intelligence. Disrupting. I worked for 70 years for the Erste financial group, the Central European group, for the largest Czech bank in the country. The Česká spořitelna is the oldest bank in the country, 190 years old bank. And you understand me that it belonged naturally to our effort to change the perception of the old bank and to convince the clients that we can be a very modern bank. That was the reason we started very profound digital transformation several years ago that is still continuing. And at the same time, we helped our customers from the corporate sector in all industries with their digital transformation. And that's exactly the topic I would love to share with you today. Three years ago, as Joanna said, we decided to establish 6D Advisory, 6D Academy, 6D Hub that is helping today the Central European companies from all the industries to start and implement well the digital transformation and reap all the benefits, all the potential benefits and possible benefits on the cost side, on the revenue side, on the brand marketing reputation side. 30 years ago, the companies in Poland, in Czech Republic, Slovakia, Hungary started the transformation for the market economy. We were called emerging markets. Now we are a very developed market, and our businesses, and specifically congratulations to your long-term economic success, specifically Poland, Czech Republic, are very well developed market economies. The story of today's business in Poland, Slovakia, Czech Republic, Hungary and other countries is digital transformation, clearly. So transforming ourselves for the 21st century. In all our companies, including my company, my former company and my former clients, the digital transformation resembles engine with two cylinders. The first cylinder clearly are the exponential technologies. Very heavy utilization of robotics, very often supported by machine learning or deep machine learning, artificial intelligence, all extremely relevant for energy management in our companies. The same is valid for virtual and augmented reality, which is again very strong phenomenon in energy management in our companies. 3D manufacturing, blockchain. We know blockchain as the platform or technology for Bitcoin, Ripple, Ethereum and other 1,500 cryptocurrencies. By blockchain is extremely, in my eyes, future-oriented technology, as well utilized in energy in fully pre-automated grids. Sensors, again, something that is, and scanning technology is very relevant in energy management and digital transformation generally. Communication cooperation tools like Skype, Hangouts, and more developed virtual reality tools. Genomics, very relevant in insurance business, not only in healthcare, e-health, and nano biotechnologies or new materials here like graphene. So those are definitely something that we see as a tools that we deploy in our companies while going through profound digital transformations. The other aspect of the transformations we do are exponential models. I will start on the right side, shared economy or sharing economy, which is something that will not only change but disrupt the automotive, one of the most important industries in Czech, or the top industry in the Czech Republic, Slovakia, and very important in your country. Internet of Things, which is extremely relevant in energy management and other areas, including e-health, applications, and definitely social media that become a part of our effort while going through the digital transformation, and all the crowd stuff like crowdfunding, crowdsourcing, crowdvoting, which is something that opens through digital tools our internal environment in companies to the outside world. The second cylinder of the engine called digital transformation are not technologies, but it's a generation of the boat heads. The generation Y, generation Z, people born after 1983, and generation Z born after 2000. The best question you can ask any company or any management of any company today is what you do to stay relevant in future for the generation of millennials. Why? Because the generation of millennials will become the strongest part of our clientele and of our company employees. 70% of our employees and 70% of our clients in 11 years will be millennials. Not easy. I have 3 at home, so I know what I'm talking about. And even worse, we all are people with millennialhood. Millennialhood is like a virus, and it's sitting in our heads. We all are online. We all love smartphones. We all love to have everything now, immediately, easily, etc., etc. So you can see that people with the universities, old people with the university education have higher millennialhood than people, young people with the basic education. I don't like the word digitization, because try to digitize our processes, our products that were built for the old era. It's impossible. During our digital transformation, we change almost everything in our companies. So definitely digital transformation is something that is more approachable. We change in digital transformation, we not only deploy excellent technologies that we saw and my predecessors talked about. We change business models, we change processes and tools, we change information base of our companies, we change the ways how we generate and utilize data. Data is the core of the digital transformation. Data linked to our processes, data linked to our clients. Skills and culture and leadership, definitely. Maybe it's a shocking information, but the success rate of digital transformations in all our countries is relatively low, hitherto. Several years ago, the companies that go through the profound digital transformation reported 30% success rate of their transformations, and the number even decreased in 2-3 years, because many of them failed. And the number today is only 16%, but believe me that those 16% of successful transformation bring unbelievable benefits. And it pays off to try. It pays off to try. You would expect that in high-tech industries or companies, in telco companies, the success rate of digital transformation is higher, it's true, but not convincing, only 24%. And in my industry, which is banking, insurance, in pharma, in automotive, energy, the success rate of digital transformations is even lower, within the interval of 4 to 11%. We checked what is the utilization rate of the exponential technologies in companies that really are succeeding in their digital transformation. Yes, and surprisingly, the successful companies has only slightly higher adoption of technologies like virtual augmented reality, techniques like design thinking, deployment of Internet of Things, machine learning, deep machine learning, artificial intelligence, and cloud. By the way, Česká spořitelna even today is one of only two banks in Europe that jumped up to public cloud, Google Cloud. That was exactly what I wanted to mention, that we wanted to show our readiness to go for really progressive solutions. I'm not now going to read what are the success factors in companies that go for the digital transformation. I will show it very briefly. So definitely the successful companies have much better divisional cooperation, they challenge status quo as a standard, etc., etc. And you see that the difference is not in the rate of deploying the technologies, but it's the success and not successful transformations differ via how you are able to utilize the technologies, to link it to your business strategies, and to create internal company ecosystem for making full use of the digital technologies. Regarding people, the same story. Companies that go for individual specific skill programs, soft skill programs, gap analysis of what they need from their employees, companies with new hiring criteria, etc., etc., are those companies that really have much higher probability to succeed in digital transformation. And regarding the structure, again, the same story. If you put behavioral criteria in your performance management system, if you change your operating procedures to enable digital technologies, etc., etc., you increase significantly your chance to succeed in digital transformation. And as I see in companies, and as I said, really it pays off to try and to go for profound digital transformation of your companies. 2 years ago, you remember Vinod Khosla, one of the icons of Silicon Valley. Vinod Khosla established many years ago Sun Microsystems, and then he sold it to Oracle for billions of dollars. Today, Vinod Khosla is one of the strongest venture capitalists, by the way, one of the strongest investors into banking and insurance. Vinod Khosla had a similar meeting 2 years ago in Silicon, in Palo Alto, and he had a presentation, and he said, in 5 years, 80% of all IT positions in companies will disappear. In 5 years, 80% of all IT positions in companies will disappear. They will be replaced by artificial intelligence. And he continued, but he was interrupted by very negative boo sound from the audience, because there were IT guys sitting. Okay, he realized that something was wrong, that it wasn't too diplomatic, and so he continued. Okay, guys, don't worry. All we sitting here in the room belong to the happy 20%. They laughed as you, and he continued. Okay, and if you belong to the unhappy 80%, don't be afraid. You will belong to good company of doctors and lawyers, pointing to the capability of technologies to replace us in our certain type of our activities. But in fact, in good companies that we watch, definitely artificial intelligence, robotics are replacing us in our routine operations. But excellent companies keep the people and retrain them in their vertical line into new roles, into new roles. One company I know is the legal company, B2B, legal company employing hundreds of lawyers, and the manager or the owner of the company replaced 80% of all the work of the lawyers by artificial intelligence, but he keeps all the people, retrain them into the role of really somebody who provides solutions to the clients. It shows the way how to work with the challenge of one of the challenges of the digital transformation, to avoid to jump into the basket, to vice versa, to keep the people in their natural roles. And what are our natural roles? There are seven groups of skills that the digital technologies can never do and for us. The first is the capability to orient ourselves in the flood of information, data, and sources, to understand the critical thinking, to understand what's relevant information, what's relevant data, and how to understand what are the trends. It's our capability, and artificial intelligence can help us, but cannot replace us. The second is adaptability to the new trends. The third is creativity. Creativity is something that, again, artificial intelligence can help us, but not replace us. The skill to convince my boss, my colleagues, the investors, to go for something that I created in design thinking, for instance, as a step before. Leading people, skill that is crucial and very closely linked to the success of digital transformations. Cooperation between people. The best ideas are born in teams today. And empathy, understanding the needs of our clients, of people, and the capability to sell, to offer solutions that are very valuable. I always warn that very often we hear skeptical voices. And when we talk about advanced technologies, people say, it will last a long time, maybe they will disappear, and let's stay calm. It's an example of one insider and expert who failed in predicting the speed of one of the nice technologies. Steve Ballmer in 2007 said, there is no chance that the iPhone is going to get any significant market share. No chance. Insider and expert. Very skeptical. So I'm very afraid and very cautious when I see skeptical voices that the digitization, digital transformation is something that is really only possible. The iPhone's impact will be minimal. Nokia and Motorola have nothing to worry about. That was the recommendation of Bloomberg analysts in 2007. So they advised us to buy shares of Nokia and Motorola. Thank you very much for your advice. AT&T hired McKinsey. McKinsey are excellent, very clever. In 1985, AT&T asked, what will be in 15 years the saturation of the American market by cell phones? The answer of McKinsey was 900,000 pieces in American in the market. The reality was higher than 100 million. So the mistake was 120 times. As Tony Seba says, it's not a small mistake. Unfortunately, AT&T adjust their strategy based on the forecast. Now the hockey championship is running in Slovakia. Wayne Gretzky once said, good hockey player is where the puck is, where the puck is. Excellent hockey player is where the puck will be. It's extremely difficult, even in my industry, to to watch the trends and to understand where my business is going to be tomorrow. It's extremely difficult even for us experts in our industry. Not to talk about the energy management, not to talk about financing, insurance, etc., etc. Fortunately, and that's very strong aspect of the success of the digital transformation. Fortunately, we have one chance, which is strong partnership. In my case, in case of my bank, we relied on strong partnership with Google, with Schneider Electric, and other strong companies with expertise and excellent knowledge, which helped us enormously to understand what are the trends and what should we do to stay relevant in the future. I have one good news for you. Tomorrow there was a quarter-final match, Czech Republic in hockey championship. Czech Republic against Germany. We won 5-1. No? 5-1. Does it mean that Czech Republic was, and our hockey players were 5 times weaker than the Germans? No, we were only slightly weaker in relevant moments of the match. And it's a good news for us. We don't need, our companies, we don't need to be perfect. It's only sufficient for us to be slightly better than our competitors. If we are slightly better, as Czechs were against Germans yesterday, if we are slightly better than our competitors, thanks to the digital transformation, we will win 5-1 against our competitors. As the joke says, with the tiger, and it's my last message too. 2 men are having rest after a long, hot day, summer day. They are laying in grass, shoes off, and really tired and having rest. Suddenly, the tiger appears, running towards them and shouting. And one of the men jumps up, takes on the shoes, and the other, still laying, asks him, "Hey, do you think that you will be quicker than the tiger?" And he says, "No, it's okay for me to be quicker than you." Be quicker than your competitors, and good luck. Thank you very much.